Shuri's not gonna keep it quiet, so it's okay.
Stop.
No.
So,
Hi.
this is our first episode. Alright, so, welcome to Unplugged's first episode. Ready? Welcome.
Welcome.
Welcome to
Thank
our
you.
first episode.
Thank you for welcoming me to Lancaster. I appreciate
Of
that.
our podcast. We're still working on the name. We think we have it, but we're not sure.
My name is Aguedo.
Yeah. I'm Lorelis, your host.
And I'm Aguedo.
And, okay, right. I was going to introduce you, but he introduced himself. So,
Yes.
And also the one keeping our guest today sane.
I forgot to say,
In real life.
most people know me by Blanco.
Or at least I try
Blanco,
to.
not Aguedo.
In
So
real life.
let's take it back.
And sometimes in business. Because.
Blanco, not Aguedo.
Okay. So this is Aguedo
Blanco.
Blanco. And my husband.
Yes.
Okay. So anyhow, let's get into origin stories, right? So we're trying to start off trying to figure out how we got started. So how did Blanco get started? Did you just wake up one day and decide I'm gonna open a company today?
No, I didn't start like that. So I worked for a company for about 4 years. Then I went into truck businesses for like 6 months. That's literally all it took me. And the whole time I was thinking, I want to go back, and I want to open my own business. So I came back. I opened the business, but it was mainly lawn cares, like $60 cuts for the whole month, 4 cuts a month, $80, $100. It was a mess. We used to do like all around Riverview, Barrico, Sefner, South Tampa, Carwood, everywhere. We did that for like 3 years, and we also were doing turf projects. Like I think like it was like one every 2 weeks, one every 3 weeks, and then it started getting like, okay, once a week, and then 2 projects a week, and continue going like that. Do you know about this? Because you obviously my wife.
So, I mean, you kind of led into the next question. What were those early days like? Any big mistakes that you learned from at the beginning?
Well, I didn't have any real truck when I started, or like a dump trailer. Like people that are gonna watch this, a lot of them they're contractors and they know what I'm talking about. Like I didn't have any super duty truck or any dump trailer. Like the trailer that I had was a regular 2-axle trailer that we have to go to a dump place and shovel it off 3 times a day, and then bring base again, and it was hard. It was hard. Sometimes your cousin, sometimes it would be like 7:30 a.m. and we would be like sweating just from unloading the trailer from the day before. So by the time we were done cleaning the trailer, it was like, okay, like it's now time to start working. So it was hard. I can tell you a lot of stories, but we're gonna be going through these stories.
Was there anything that you can remember that was like, funny first time, like something that you failed at or a big mistake that you just laugh back at now from the beginning?
You all know the biggest mistake that we made at a job site with Karel. Well, not Karel. Karel has nothing to do with this.
That was the first job. And
no, but that's the one that I...
Early days. Like the things that, like, anything that you remember that just like, wow, like,
I'm sure we cut houses that we were not supposed to cut. I guarantee you we did that. Like, wrong address. I guarantee you we did that more than once. But funny thing, well, wherever there is a mango tree at a client's house, I'm sorry, but I'm taking mangoes. So I'm short, and yeah, you know me.
Apologize.
Yeah, it's okay. Actually, recently a client sent me a bunch of mangoes, and I went to his house again 2 days ago. He has a bunch of trees, and David was able to find me the last mango on all the trees. I was like, oh, there is no more mangoes, and he went somewhere, and I started doing whatever I was doing, and he comes back. He's like, look, I found you the last one here. I'm like, oh, great.
You just totally fast forward to like.
Anyways, let's go back. Also, one of the things that I used to love was getting people's mango. Up until now, like actually about a month ago, I went to a client's house also for something little that I have to do there. We did his job like 5 years ago. He has an Airbnb. He's probably gonna see this. And he's like, how much I owe you? And it was like a 10-minute thing. And I'm like, well, I'm sure you're not eating your mangoes because they were like all big and like almost ready to die. And I told him like, I can take a few mangoes. He's like, take as many as you want. I'm like, perfect. That's what I'm doing. So other than that, man.
You know, I just realized that your mic's on and mine's not.
So we're not doing this whole thing again.
I was recording here too.
Okay, good. But I don't know, like the story with Karel, the rooftop, that's definitely like the biggest mistake that we have, funny mistake that we have made, for sure. It was like, whew, it was a lot. We're gonna keep it for the next one. Next episode, we're gonna say that one.
Okay.
Maybe Karel can be here and he'll probably help me out. But it was a funny one. I recommend anybody starting a business to, and I know it's hard because when you start, most people, including myself for sure, we didn't have the money that we needed to start the business, but we had the love for what we do, and most of the time that's how you start a business. Like if you have the passion, that's a lot of times that's mainly all you need. But starting a business with really little amount of money is hard. So I recommend if you're gonna start a business, try to get at least the tools that you need, like the right truck, the right trailer, any like the bobcats and a lot of stuff, chainsaws, whatever you do, especially like on this type of work, make sure you get the right tools and the right brand. Because if you get cheap tools, you're gonna pay it out 100 times. So get the right tools, the right brand, always.
Okay, so now we're going to talk about what we actually do. So describe Blanco's turf services beyond just artificial turf, you know, installation, landscaping, maintenance, etc. Like what all services do we actually do for Blanco's turf?
What else?
What are the services? Like what services do we provide?
Well, we do obviously full landscape projects, commercial, residential, artificial grass. We work with irrigation, whatever, pretty much anything outdoors. We also do pavers, outdoor lighting, maintenance on turf specifically, not lawn maintenance. That's pretty much.
And more coming soon. Let's see. So, do people ask for turf? Have you ever gotten a question about like some random place, like some weird place to install turf?
You know that I saw the question there before we came into here, like a week ago, and I was like, I don't remember anything like that. Like, no.
No weird place. I mean, we've done turf on rooftops. We've done turf on. I think did we do a gym once or something indoors? We've done a few indoor projects.
Yeah, but that's normal.
We did that one indoor, which was in like St. Pete or I don't know what it was. I don't know if you were doing. It's like that one inside, that one like building. They were gonna come back and they were gonna do something later for it, anyways. That wasn't really weird. It was just an indoor project. We provided turf for indoor gyms. We've done.
Yeah, but something weird.
We've
like
done a school. I mean, nothing weird. I don't think we've done anything weird. I mean, we've gotten people for like dog runs, and we've done like little mats. But I don't think anything strange.
You know, okay. So talking about mats, I don't have a dog. I've never had a dog in my life. I don't even know anything about dealing with a dog.
You've had a dog?
Well, in Cuba, a long time ago.
You had a dog here for like 10 days.
Which dog?
The little one that you said you had that kept chewing up on your side.
Oh my God, yes, I did have a dog. And that's why I only had it for 10 days. Yes, it killed all the cables around the house and everything. My mom, she was like, get rid of this animal because I'm going to either kick you out or kick the dog out or kick both of you out. So yeah, it was only not even 10 days. It was like 5 days.
What were you trying to?
Oh, when people ask me for like a little piece of turf for the dog, I'm like, for the dog, I'm like, I don't know, like you're gonna take it inside and the dog is gonna pee inside. I don't really know what is it that they ask for. Like I wish I could see what is it that they use it for.
It's probably like a little puppy pad or something. They'll probably put like a pad underneath and just have the turf on top for like.
The other one is when we do a potting green, for example, and the clients ask me for like, oh, can I keep like a 3x3 of the potting green so we can chip from it to get to the potting green? I'm like, this is turf. You're really not gonna kill it. Like, you cannot hit it like super hard, you know, like.
No, but it's probably also to have like they want something low to like put on top and like hit, so it actually.
Yeah, but at a real golf course, you hit it from whatever. Sometimes you gotta be
real
inside the
golf
woods.
course is actually real short, unless
unless
you're
the ball, wherever the ball goes, that's where you gotta hit it from.
You're right.
So I'm like, well, yeah, we always do it anyways, but to me, it's like you can chip it from anywhere on the job that we did. You don't need an extra piece.
Okay, so kind of moving into our next question. Why should someone switch to artificial turf?
So many reasons. First of all, you can use it year round, no matter if it was raining for 3 days straight, it stops raining, you can use it 3 minutes later. If you have regular side and if it's raining for 2 days and you were planning on having a party 3 hours later, you're not gonna have that outdoor party. And if it happens, it's gonna be a real mess.
I mean, we've had personal experience with this as well.
Yes, a lot.
We've had like lots of rain and then potentially
our neighbors, they have San Agustin and it's like super thick, so
it gets muddy and whatnot. I mean, listen, there is benefits to both real grass and there's benefits to artificial turf. The benefits for turf is the following. Like we did talk about having a party, and like we've had it where like remember New Year's it was raining the whole day until the evening,
2023.
And luckily everything just drained and it was pretty dry by the time the party started. But had it not been, I don't know where we're gonna stick all those people. We've had moments where we've done like our kids' birthday parties and it's rained in the morning and then it stopped
another
raining
thing.
and we were able to have the party.
Yeah, when people come for parties and they put, what are they? The trampoline?
Yeah, like bouncy houses.
Sometimes we keep it at our house. I tell the people that, I don't know what they're called, but whatever. I tell them, oh, you guys can bring it early if you want, whatever. And sometimes they come like late Thursday or like Friday mornings and they leave it there until like Sunday. You do that in summer on any real grass, and when you lift that thing up, it's gonna be completely dead, burned. It will come back, but for the moment, it will be brown at least for like 2 months easily. So that's another thing.
Now, another one that's also personal for us is that
eczema.
So our daughter has eczema, and she is actually allergic to grasses, and she's allergic to like some trees as well. And we did put turf in our yard, and so she's able to run around and play outside without having to be itchy all the time. Because when she plays outside on real grass, which we've seen, she gets so itchy that she almost basically tears out her skin, and it sucks. I mean, we're getting her treated because we live in Florida and you can't avoid the outdoors. But that is something that's helped us as she's been little and as she's growing to be able to like actually play outdoors.
She went to the doctor on Wednesday, and for being summer, I was like, wow, it's so much better compared to other summers. I mean, we had the turf for 3 years now, but since we went to the beach and everything.
Now, it's kind of going into like maintenance too, though. So, maintenance, we would not say it's no maintenance at all because it does require some maintenance.
No, it's definitely not no maintenance.
It'll be low maintenance. Like it's, you don't have to cut it weekly or by, however long it takes, especially in the summer around Florida when it rains and half an hour later your grass is long again after the rain. But it is a low maintenance. You do occasionally have to pick out some weeds that grow along the edges and stuff. You do have to brush it out every so often depending on the foot traffic that we get on there. And
the products that we applied, like the Wonderfield, for example, this is an infield that we use a lot, T-Cool. Those products, some of them they help with the pee and like
odors. All the odors, all the bad odors from like pets and stuff.
Tiku helps bring temperature down. The OxyTurf kills like all the smells on the turf. The problem with the OxyTurf is it's just more like a temporary solution. You put OxyTurf today, it's
I mean, it disinfects
beautiful.
and it cleans.
And it cleans.
What happens is that like anything, you're gonna come back and it's gonna get dirty again. So it is something that has to be applied at a certain type of schedule to be able to like keep it maintained.
OxyTurf for anybody that has turf, especially if you have kids and pets. Definitely, you want to use OxyTurf at least like every 3 months. You guys can do it yourself, spray it out. We do it.
So the question is, a lot of people like don't like the fact that they don't want their yard to like look fake. You know what I mean? Like, and I wouldn't say that it depends on your personal preference, because if you're gonna pick something that's super green, yeah, it's probably gonna look fake like all the time, because your real grass is never super green all the time. Like
it also depends on the landscape that you pick, because some people they don't want any maintenance. They want turf the whole backyard or whatever it is, and they don't have any landscaping. Like the less landscaping that you put, the more fake it's gonna look. Like if you do nice curves and palms and trees and whatever with the turf, it's gonna look really nice and clean and neat. But if you just do a piece of turf and you don't include any landscape.
And I mean, there's so many different varieties of turf too. Like you've got like really green ones if that's your personal preference, and then you've got ones that look a little bit more natural. They have a little bit of like that thatch that has like the brown in it to make it look a little bit more natural. So, and then the heights, there's different heights too, depending on the type of that you choose. So you have ways of making it look a little bit more natural, but at the end of the day, yes, it is fake. So there might still be a little bit of that.
I like to call it artificial. Every time somebody tells me, yeah, I would like to put the fake grass, I'm like, I don't know why I don't like that word. It's like you calling my job fake. I'm like, it's definitely not fake, because we work a lot, you know.
Yeah. No.
But I'm joking, you know. No, and the other thing is that we usually like to recommend clients for the backyards, use the shorter turfs that we have. We have about 10, 12 different type of turf to pick from. And for the front yards, we usually like to recommend the longer ones to make it look more natural. We actually have one called Natural. So that would definitely be, in my opinion, probably like the best choice to go for front yards.
Yeah.
Natural Pro.
Now we can always keep a front yard real and a backyard, you know, for more events.
On HOAs, forget it. You won't be able to do turf on the front yards. Unless you
have an excuse.
Like us, but we still don't. We live on an HOA, and I would not do turf on my front yard.
I don't think it's worth it in our yard, because we don't have a very big front yard anyway. So it's nice to keep it like looking.
Yeah, and I don't like being the, how you call that, central attention.
Oh, the center of attention.
Yeah, I don't like that.
You don't either.
No.
Okay.
Everybody's on Augustine and Blanco's gonna have turf. It's like, oh, this is the one house.
So this is an interesting one for us, right? Well, what's it like working together as a couple?
Well, today she put me to put all of these things together behind the camera.
I mean, it's got its pros and cons, right? So like we both have the flexibility of being able to decide, hey, we're going to go on like a little trip with our kids, or, you know, we have to take our child to a doctor's appointment, or, you know, we want to do a date lunch thing, which we've done before, you know. So that kind of like gives us that flexibility without having to like, oh, what's your schedule like today? Or what's your schedule like today? Because we have an idea of what's going on, right? Especially since I'm the one that controls the schedule. Yeah. But there are days where I decide I'm leaving. I'm not going to work here today. I need a personal mental health day. And I'm sure he feels the same way occasionally.
But I don't get my personal mental health days. I never get those.
I mean, you do. There are days, there are moments. It's just...
No, if I'm in Tampa, I'm working. If I'm out of Tampa, then I'm probably not working. Unless I go to Puerto Rico, which I also work in Puerto Rico. But if I'm in Tampa, I'm usually pretty active working. I never stop. You know that.
But the question was, what's it like to be working together?
Together? It's nice. No, yeah, because you like do the schedule and all of that. Like you take charge of the office. Like to me, I do like all the work outside, but you're in charge of the office. So it's like you don't see it like that. I know we talk about like this all the time, but you take more responsibility on all the office stuff than I do. My part is go to the job sites, any details, whatever. That's easy for me. That's the days that I know that I have to go to the field to work with the guys. The night before, I feel like it's Friday afternoon. It's like, oh, this is so nice. Tomorrow I'm gonna go work with the guys. I'm gonna have a great day.
Until you make decisions that affect my schedule.
Yeah, until you start calling me, and then I'm like, tell me everything you're gonna tell me, because this is the last time that I'm gonna answer the phone today.
So kind of segueing into our next question, what says, who's the boss in the field versus at home, right?
Exactly.
So we don't necessarily have to have it's not like a boss type situation. I think it's just more of like I maneuver some certain aspects of things and you maneuver certain aspects of things, even though sometimes they overlap and sometimes they can get a little chaotic just because we're two very different people and we think and process things completely different. Where I'm more of like, let's set up a plan. Let's kind of do this, and this. And you're more of like 200 things at once, and I can't, process that way. So there's something that we are still working on, and I think we'll continue to work on for like the rest of our lives because it can definitely be a little chaotic.
We definitely will. For the people who doesn't know, we've been together 15 years, married almost 6. So people always wonder like, oh, how long they've been together, whatever. Well, there it is.
I mean, I think you went a little bit further with the timing.
You always say the same thing. I count from the day we met.
No. That doesn't count. I'm sorry.
From the day we met.
No.
I already had a relationship with you.
No.
You just didn't know.
In your brain, because it was like probably a year later. Okay, well, yeah, this is exactly, the next question was kind of like, hey, have we ever had arguments about sample roles?
Oh, sample roles.
Well, we have arguments about jobs all the time. But yes, we've actually, to answer this particular question, we have had arguments over roles before and inventory and stuff, because you end up taking more than you're supposed to, and
I always try to think like way ahead. When it comes to inventory, I try to think like way ahead. And sometimes we get like a bunch of turf at the warehouse and you guys are like, what the heck is this? Like, why this, why that? I'm like, don't worry about it. I know what I'm doing. It will be fine. And then literally a week later, you're like, oh, yeah, okay, it makes sense. For samples, I feel like I bring you guys a sample and you guys are looking at a sample. You guys are not looking. I bring you a sample and I already see the turf installed.
I think you're kind of going off topic of what I was talking about.
No,
we're just literally talking about inventory. I wasn't talking
about
sample
read the question
again.
Whatever.
Yeah, have we ever had an argument over sample rules? Yes, we have. We have had arguments over sample rules.
Perfect. Okay, I'm done.
So anyhow, I mean, we've kind of talked about a little bit over everything. We've talked about how Blanco Surf got started. We've talked about like what we kind of do. Very briefly, we talked about why turf is a good idea to switch over, or what reasons you could have to switch over to turf. We've also talked a little bit about what's it like for us to work together. I think that, for the rest of our podcast episodes, this is the first one, so we're still learning process, but for the rest of our episodes, we'll probably talk about, tips and tricks, some behind-the-scenes stories, probably some family funny team moments, maybe some questions and answers if we get any of those at some point in the future. And then we also kind of want to keep it a little low-key, where it's a little fun, a little bit entertaining. So we might just kind of go off topic completely from turf and talk about just a funny story or a funny moment in our lives as well. And we will probably also start having guests that'll come in.
People that work with us.
People that work with us, employees,
realtors,
vendors, suppliers, just clients. That's at least what we're hoping for. So
I have so many people in my brain already, also clients, I have a lot of people in my head.
I guess, just for our first episode, I don't think we did too bad. I mean, besides my mic being off for the first 5 minutes, because I kind of didn't check it, even though I've been checking this every single day for a week. But that's okay. We're gonna figure that out. We're gonna edit these parts out. It'll be fine.
No, just keep it there. And no more questions?
That's it. That's it for today. It's just, I'm pretty sure we've already covered at least our 15 minutes with. Tune in for the next episode too. I'm not entirely sure what theming we're going to go into, but maybe we'll talk about like the weirdest request we've ever gotten for turf. Don't think we have too many of those. Or maybe some tips and tricks on what we're going to do, you know, how to install.
We're going to have
and
questions
how to do
from
things.
people for sure. This is going to be fun.
So I'm excited. I hope you're excited. I hope everybody else is excited. And
you did great.
Yay! Okay.
Hola, mamá, es Suri.
Ajá. ¿Qué más?
Una cosa. Él que estaba haciendo una cosa de esto. Y gas.
¿Qué más? ¿Qué más vas a hablar, Laila?